All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Over the Garden Wall, episode 5.
We
have seen the beast.
Have we?
And it's, the silhouette. The silhouette. And it looks
the eyes
pretty dope.
Peering through the night.
Love the minimalist aesthetic. Works very well.
Works very well.
Yes.
Yeah, and the woodsman is a recurring character who has to keep his daughter alive, and thus the obsession he has with the oil and all that.
Yep.
Starting to connect things with the world building to his personal motivation. Okay.
But now,
also, the villagers that were in this area were like all given a specific role-based name, almost like they're characters in a fictional world.
Okay, maybe that would be a bit meta if they actually did that. That would be kind of crazy.
I mean,
yeah,
it fits all the way across the board. Yeah.
It does kind of fit, and we still do need to see how Wirt and Gregory fit into all of this. So.
Well, in some ways, that's where Beatrice then becomes interesting again. Is that wait, what's her role? Why is she so insistent upon guiding them?
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is just our tinfoil hat theory, but like Beatrice, she's almost too helpful to the story.
No. I think she's good. It's just that why is she so insistent upon guiding them? It's not a coincidence that she's found them.
Because she definitely wouldn't just be helping them because they're lost children. That could not be it. It's statistically impossible.
She's literally not even like that nice of a person. Like
No. She's just snarky. She's just snarky.
Right.
Yeah.
But y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Here's tea,
Peacocks.
that's my trade. Quincy Endicott's health tea.
Your tea sounds good.
Ah, never touched the stuff myself.
Blech, me either.
Yes, the more money I make, the bigger my mansion gets, the more lost I feel. Why, this house is so big, I sometimes don't even know where or who I am.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a pleasure it is to have company. A perfect pleasure, lads. Perfect, a most perfect pleasure.
Heather.
Beatrice, why are you pretending I'm this guy's nephew?
We need money. We already stole a horse.
Hey, guys.
Yep.
No, we didn't.
Yep.
Fred's a talking horse. He can do whatever he wants.
I want to steal.
What? 2 cents? Only 2 cents?
Yeah, we need 2 pennies to take the ferry to Adelaide's pasture.
Come, everyone. Let us return
Just
to the
ask him.
parlor and enjoy
Might give it to you.
my
Yeah.
unnecessary excess of wealth and luxury.
Well, maybe he just has some loose change somewhere he wouldn't mind us taking.
Yes. Maybe it would be good to talk to someone. Well, it all began one day when I was exploring my exceedingly large and labyrinthine manor here. I happened upon a section of the house I didn't even recall building.
Hmm.
I saw the painting of the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
I am loving the
That's
voice acting.
when Things took a rather strange turn.
Yeah, Unky. I want to see the ghost.
Oh, how I long to see her just once again as well. Yes.
Do the painting.
Yes.
It's a lot of time.
We're
Oh
supposed
my
to just
God.
be looking for loose change.
That's what I'm... Oops. That's what I'm doing.
Well, let's try not to break any more.
Endicott's back. Hide!
In the armoire.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
Yes, the truth is, I'm frightened.
Of a ghost? Ghosts are just floaty things.
I'm not afraid of the ghost. I'm afraid what if there is no ghost? What if
Crippling
I'm
existential dread.
on the brink of...
Beatrice, you there?
Yes, smart guy. Start searching for change.
I can't see anything in here. Well, I don't think these coats have pockets.
Well, I've done it on my clothes.
You wear
What?
clothes? Like a little bird vest or something? Or little bows?
When I was a human fool.
Oh.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh.
It's stuck.
And this is why you
Well,
never lock
guess we have to
yourself
spend
in a
some quality
wardrobe.
time together.
The greenhouse. This is where I grow my camellia for testing new teas. Perhaps we should savor the quiet tranquility of this place.
I love this guy so much.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Uncle Endicott, it's just a funny chicken.
Funny chicken.
Are you still there?
Yes, we're still here.
So, how did you become a bluebird?
Oh.
Hey, what's that?
Don't change the subject.
Oh, shoot.
Whoa!
What?
Is it a way
A secret
outside?
entrance. So, about your dark secrets.
Hey, how about you tell me your dark secrets instead, huh?
My secrets are too secret.
Fine. I threw a rock at a bluebird and it cursed me and my family, and now we're all bluebirds. Happy? Now you go.
Is that why you're going to Adelaide? To fix things?
That was the plan, but... yeah, that was the plan.
It'll all work out.
All I know is I am never going back till I can make them human again.
Okay.
Well, it's weird to admit it, but, well, I have this crush on this girl. Mm-hmm. That's all.
That's all.
Wow.
You gotta be kidding me.
And I secretly whisper poetry to myself in my room at night.
That stuff's not weird. Those are just... well, the poetry thing is weird. But those are just character traits.
Hey, does this room look different to you?
How so?
It's like French Rococo style. That doesn't really seem in line with Endicott's Georgian sensibilities.
How? What? Who on earth am I talking to right now? Endicott probably just built it without thinking, right?
Or, whoa, yeah. What if the ghost he was talking about was actually...
Himself.
This is the room where I first saw her.
Whoa! Just a bedroom.
My nephew, this is the chamber of mine own true love, and here she stands, hovering above us like the blinding sun.
No ghost?
No ghost? Then I am mad.
Don't be mad. Hey, what's this suspicious mess over here?
It looks like there was a struggle, a violent struggle.
What are you implying, my equine friend?
My equine friend.
Do you know what I did for this money? The things these filthy hands have done to make this money?
I'll never steal again. I swear. I'll get an honest job.
How are his legs doing that?
What do you want with me, spirit?
Spirit, but you're the ghost.
My lady, I assure you I am flesh and blood. And
Oh my gosh.
I welcome you to my home.
This is my camellia garden for my tea company.
Marguerite Grey? Why, with all due respect, madam, this is my tea garden. You mean that beautiful ghost was really just...
That dashing spectre was really just
My business competitor?
What? And then they kiss?
I love it.
I can't thank you enough for helping me to face my fears.
Those
You're
gargoyles
a
are
sweet
creepy.
boy with good sense. Take this penny and start your fortune.
And here's one from me as well.
Well, everybody, I think it's time we head to Adelaide of the Pasture, the good woman of the woods. What about you, Fred? Are you coming with us?
No thanks. I've got a real job now as an
Nice.
official tea horse.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And don't forget to buy Endicott brand tea.
Hey, Wirt, you did good back there.
Yeah?
You got a lot more going for you than I thought. Huh?
Our pennies! Why did you do that?
'Cause Uncle Endicott pegged me all wrong. I've got no sense. No sense at all.
All right, we got ourselves a madness episode. We've got ourselves an old guy who has a hilarious ghost in his mansion.
Yep.
Which is funny as fuck in that, yes, the answer was comical, was funny, but the build up and lead up to it of his voice acting and his just
Absolutely.
second guessing himself was amazing.
It was delightful. Like as far as an episode plot, I think this is my favorite so far. Like it was fun every step of the way. And then we also got a good bottle set up for Beatrice and Wirt so that they can, talk about things. And apparently Beatrice is or was human, but got cursed. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we are in a fantastical world of talking things and stuff like that. But having Beatrice being given some measure of backstory and tying in the whole stuff with Adelaide for her motivation is curious because I wouldn't necessarily expect this show to go too in depth into any of the characters beyond Wirt and Gregory.
Right.
So
far, it's been a lot more like spooky type stuff and like things aren't quite what they seem, but less so like concretely, okay, here's what's going on other than the situation with like the beast and the lantern and stuff. So, okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I really liked the aesthetic for having this old mansion that is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And this guy keeps in some ways building out this fantasy reality around him so that he can avoid the crippling loneliness, which is in some ways funny because I would want to know at what point did he build the mansion to the point that it connected to the other lady? You know? Because on some level, it doesn't make sense. Construction should take some measure of,
totally
effort, and then he'd have to go outside of it in order to do that, unless they were always connected to it.
It's just all contract work,
and then it's being built outside the opposite direction.
Yep. See,
that's interesting as well, because then it's were they originally connected? And then it's they build and they start moving further and further away, and then they go back to the place where the houses were closer to each other and maybe mingling in, and then they're like, oh, I don't recognize, I didn't build this, but it's also let's fix this up,
Yep. And then suddenly they're connected, and there you go.
Yeah.
The idea of people being so wealthy with mansions so big that they actually get lost in their own homes.
Oh, that happens.
I mean, yes, but also just the idea, like it's I don't know. There's something poetic about it, but also like deeply unsettling and terrifying about the idea of like, yes, you get all of this stuff, and yet you have no one.
Yeah.
You have actually no one.
Yeah.
And then they end up using that as to get a cute, like fun sort of quirky resolution to that problem of, hey, now they have somebody.
Yeah, and it's completely healthy. Yeah, they just
totally,
completely latch on exactly to the one person that's right there because
Because we're old and we're going to die soon and we're lonely and hey, our houses are connected, so whatever, might as well.
So why not?
Yep.
I really like this because also these characters are, specifically Endicott is old, and we focused, I think, a lot on this story being one about, where Gregory, again, is fearless, but his youthfulness in some ways was kind of spurned by the end of the episode.
Okay.
Like he was genuinely upset.
Yes.
And
the pun was
things.
not like, the pun was intentional, but it's
Right, but if you take what he did out of the context of the joke, he just ruined their trip to Adelaide.
Yep.
In some ways, one of the things that's kind of curious about Gregory is that he seems to want to keep this whole adventure going.
Oh, okay.
And
I could see that.
He wanted to see a ghost, and he didn't get to see a ghost. He
gotcha.
kind of thought that he was just just a regular old guy and stuff, and maybe he was a little bit scared and stuff. But then he had him pegged wrong. Oh, he throws away their thing that was part of the
go start your fortune
and stuff. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
But also, I just kind of thought a little bit longer about the idea of taking 2 coins across the river.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And it was like, hold up.
Hang on a
Hold
sec.
on. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, in order to get to Adelaide, right? It's not even like,
yeah.
I would like if I were to have
pay the ferry.
Right, but if I were to have something like that set up here and have it be like, oh, surprise, they are actually like crossing the river Styx or something like that. They need to pay the boatman. I would expect that to be something where it's like to come or go from this place in general, like this area, right? Not to get to a specific part of this area, right? So then maybe that's more set up for how Adelaide is a bit, out there herself, right? Because if like Beatrice talked about her as being like a wise woman, I believe, right?
Good woman, wise woman.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, you have someone here who knows the area and can help you find directions so you can get home.
Right.
That's very different from, I think she might be able to break the curse that turned me and my entire family into bluebirds.
Sure, but I think it's also we can only really have one of these types of characters in the entire story.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
So having them all have all the answers, but specifically be also from, a place that's not here, even though she's the good lady of the woods, which I also find to be
generally if
interesting.
you think of a mysterious and wise old lady in the woods, well, we don't know if she's old, you don't assume them to necessarily be good. You think like Hansel and Gretel witch type stuff.
And also, let's assume she is good. If she's in the woods and stuff, this is a pretty serious, river to cross. If you need to actually pay to do it and stuff like that.
This is a big forest. This is what you're saying.
Well, it's not just a big forest. There's a divide between the forest in the middle of the forest because she's of
right,
the
it's
woods.
that big, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So in some ways, I just want to throw out the idea that the coin thing is either rather arbitrary because of it just being thrown away here, and thus then it's potentially just there to set up a theme or a joke. But if it's important, then it's going to be a thing of where, oh, no, we still need to get 2 coins.
Right.
But maybe we have to then trick the boatman.
Or work for the boatman or, sneak onto the boat or something like that. Yeah, I could totally see that being the case. I could also see the whole thing of the 2 coins to cross the river being something for like, to add to the spoopy aesthetic rather than like being something literal world building. Yeah. Because the show loves to throw a lot of stuff out there that is, has that little bit of like spookiness, unsettlingness in order to sort of keep you on your toes. Right. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's actually relevant. Like you noticed in the episode that there was like a painting that was like scrawled out, right? Mm-hmm. That's a very fun, intriguing, unique detail.
It doesn't mean anything.
And yet it doesn't necessarily mean anything because it wasn't brought up in the episode at all. And it's just, okay, this guy's it's just added texture for the fact that this guy's going a little loopy, maybe,
Right.
But because because the show likes to put stuff like that just sort of throughout the episode.
Yeah.
The 2 coins could be nothing, or it could be something, very
until it gets referenced
serious.
Back, it's nothing and everything.
Yep.
Also, just in general, referencing the world being fantastical. This episode gave us Beatrice being a transmogrified person into a blue jay. Mm-hmm. Cool. But also just kind of some, how would I describe this? There were a couple things in the episode that felt like they were trying to ground this episode a little bit in some realism. Like we had a regular person here with a name, and pretty much every person we've met thus far has not had a name, if that makes sense.
I mean, I think that was more just that we haven't met a lot of people. Like the pumpkin skeletons and things like that, and then because like the whole bit with the town and the people that had more like role-based names, that could have just been the quirk of that area.
That could have been, yes. But I will say that it was the exception rather than the rule for people to have names up until this episode. And this episode felt like in a lot of ways that we were trying to ground things a little bit. But I will say that thematically, having them be the grounded part of this world in that respect, but they're crazy, isolated old people, meaning they're not actually participants in the world either.
Sure, so if there were to be people that would theoretically not know anything about what it's like in the forest, it would be them because they never leave their houses.
Exactly.
Sure. Yeah.
So the idea of the goings-on of the fantastical out there, they are not active participants in it, and thus, potentially, they're lost like Wirt and Gregory.
Okay, I like it.
You see what I'm going
for
here?
Yeah. It feels thematically relevant to the other stuff that's happening in the show. One of the other things that I just realized that I want to point out, given that these episodes are so short, I really appreciated that this episode didn't show them getting into the situation that they were in. It started with the situation.
That's been every episode, yeah.
No. Well, no, because like a lot of the times it would take like a little bit of time where it's
about
like
a minute, yeah.
Yeah, about a minute or so. But when you're talking a 12-minute episode, that's a decent chunk of the episode. And so the fact that we just sort of went right into it.
Right. I was meaning more just with travel time. We don't usually show like them really like navigating from place to place. It's
the all right, we've been on the road and hey, here's this thing here and stuff happens. Yeah. But I like that because the the banter and the things that were happening in this episode were so entertaining. I enjoyed them so much that I'm glad that we got as much of it as possible.
Yes,
like
I
like
agree.
if we can, if the quality and the enjoyment that I get from the dialogue and the antics in the show continues like this in future episodes, even though I'm sure it'll get to the more like serious plot relevant type stuff. I would love it if for these kind of side story episodes, if we could get something similar like this to get just as much as possible.
Yeah. I also love the classic trope of the ghost is actually a person, they're alive, they're not a ghost kind of thing. But I want to throw out the idea here, given that there is very much a death kind of focused kind of theme within the story in general, that these two people are actually ghosts.
Like both are ghosts and they died and they're haunting these mansions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
And it's just the thing as to where they both see each other as, you know, potentially, we're not alone. That's wonderful. But the not accepting of reality, that element there. And then also if Wirt and Gregory are also potentially in some kind of interstice between life and death kind of thing, it would make sense that they would see them as well.
Sure.
That they would never even bat an eye at that.
And maybe even potentially that would explain how they're able to interact with them. You know, because like with the getting up on the table and dancing and holding the hands and all that stuff. But yeah. I really like this episode. I am very much hoping that we get more stuff like this. And again, I have to say it, the voice acting was phenomenal. John Cleese killed it. That was one of the big things that helped contribute to my enjoyment of it.
Entertainment,
yeah. The writing of this show is generally very, very like witty and all of that stuff. But the delivery of his lines was
phenomenal.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about animated shows in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.